weighing in at just 28.5 pounds, this carbon fiber beauty is quite possibly the lightest bike in the world. Well, not really, but it's definitely the lightest e-bike under $4,000. This is the CF Racer1 from Ride1up. It's a budget-friendly, carbon fiber gravel e-bike. How budget-friendly? Try $2,200. It doesn't look it, but this is actually a Class 3 e-bike capable of pedal assist up to 28 miles an hour. It's got a carbon fork, carbon frame, one-piece carbon fiber handlebar and stem, and a carbon seat post. How'd they do it? It's powered by a 250-watt Bafang motor that's pretty discreet. It's hidden beautifully between the rotor and the cassette on the back wheel. The motor puts out 40 Newton meters of torque, which I found is plenty to haul my 180-pound body up most any climb. When climbing hills, I feel I can take it easy and let the bike do the majority of the work, up until roughly a 10% grade. After that, I have to start putting in more work, and around 17%, I'm putting in a lot of work to keep things going. That motor is paired with a 7 watt-hour battery tucked inside the down tube. It is not removable, and that battery will give you anywhere from 15 to 40 miles of range, depending on how you ride, where you ride, all that fun stuff. And for an additional $290, you can double that range with an external bottle-style battery that's also 7 amp hours. Though the beauty of the bike is it's so lightweight, it pretty much eliminates range anxiety. I like to ride with pedal assist off and then turn it on just when I need a little extra boost. Though I have to admit, sometimes it's pretty hard to resist the lure of the pedal assist. So this bike has a cadence sensor, and it's current-based. Typical one is speed-based, which tries to get you up to whatever the set speed is for that PAS level as quickly as possible. With current-based, it gives it a much more natural feel. Now they put more science into it than I can possibly understand. So basically, once you start pedaling, it gradually starts sending power to the motor based on some sine wave complex math that I don't even begin to understand. It calculates how much power to deliver and gives you a very nice, subtle, smooth, and natural feel as it accelerates. I can't explain it well, but trust me, it feels fantastic when riding. It's a perfect blend between a typical cadence sensor and a torque sensor. Oftentimes with a torque sensor, you have to put out a fair amount of effort in order to get that power. This, you can pedal much more softly to get the power, but still get that natural feel. It's nice to see the bike equipped with typical gravel bike gear. It's got the SRAM Rival group set 1x11 drivetrain. Very nice. The SRAM Rival brakes along with it. All works fantastic together. This is SRAM's mid-tier road group set. They do have an Explorer gravel group set now, but for the longest time, SRAM Rival is what you'd find on many gravel bikes, still do, and oftentimes those cost more than this as well. Ride1up was kind enough to send me this bike for review. And hopefully I'll get an opportunity to review more of their bikes. So if you're interested in the CF Racer1 or any other bike from Ride1up, please use the link in my description, as it will let Ride1up know you came from my channel, and hopefully will help drive more opportunities for me to work with them in the future. Just can't get over how comfortable this bike is on gravel. Carbon fiber frames generally do a great job absorbing bumps, but if they're not built properly, they can also be pretty harsh. And this, it's soaking up not just vibrations, but soaking up the bumps. It feels fantastic when riding off-road. Feels great on pavement as well. Speaking of pavement, there is a road version of this bike. Comes with slick tires, slightly narrower rims. Hello. So the road version comes with slick tires, slightly narrower wheels, and the wheels are also a deeper profile, so a little more aero. The bars have a little less flare, and it comes with an 1132 cassette on the back instead of an 1142, which comes with the gravel. So honestly, I can't quite figure out where the cost savings lies. If I slapped a Specialized sticker on this, it would easily cost $4,000. Obviously, Ride1up is a direct-to-consumer brand. That saves some money. But still, there's some magic going on here that allows them to sell this thing so cheap. Pound for pound, it's the best value e-bike out there. Just can't get over how fun this bike is to ride. A little bit of a climb. Let's go up to pass 3 here, and don't need to kill myself on it. And drop back down to 1. So the buttons to change your pedal assist levels are on the bars themselves. There's a button right here and a button right here. And they're wireless, so they're just held on with some elastic bands so that you can move them wherever you want. I'm not entirely convinced their location out of the box is the best, though I'm not sure what's better. I might experiment with placing them up here on the tops. I don't need them to be accessible while in the drops or on the hoods. I just need them to be accessible when I want them. And where they are, I can't really see them, have to feel around a little bit and do some awkward movements. I think I'm supposed to be able to reach down with my thumb, and I have reasonably large hands, and I still find that to be a bit awkward to reach down and do that. I find I reach around with my fingers from the front and press the button that way instead. It's probably something that's just going to come, the more I ride, it'll become more natural, and I'll figure out what works for me. Not used to having a button there at all, so it is a new experience. But again, they can be moved anywhere, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, the only buttons on the computer itself is the power button to turn it on and off. And that's on the very top. I absolutely love this bike, but I do have some complaints. The big one on the list is the wheels. They're just too narrow for a gravel bike. Their internal width is 17.5 millimeters. This is super narrow, and as a result, the 40 mil gravel tires measure in at 37 millimeters. And in addition to being skinny, they're also not tubeless compatible. So a gravel bike, you really want tubeless tires so you can get both the comfort and the reliability that comes with the tubeless setup. Getting some bigger and tubeless tires on here would make for a magical ride. Next on the list are the 2 bottle cage bolts on the underside of the top tube. I'm not entirely sure what these are used for, but it would be much more useful if they were on top of the top tube, or I could use a bolt-on top tube bag. Also, for riding gravel around the Pacific Northwest, low gearing is critical. 42 front, 1142 rear doesn't give me a low enough gear. I'd really love to see an 1152 on the back. Lastly, taking off the rear wheel is a bit of a nightmare. The hub motor wire doesn't have a plug except underneath the bottom bracket. So if you want to totally disconnect it, you have to remove a plate from the bottom bracket and then unplug it. Being tethered makes it a little annoying to repair flat. If there's a CF Racer 2, these minor tweaks would put it over the top. The bottom line is this is a crazy good bike. It's great for beginners or advanced cyclists alike. Whether you're looking for a bike to do most of the work, or if you're looking for a bike to allow you to ride that little bit further, the CF Racer1 is the perfect choice. Overall, the Ride1up CF Racer1 is a solid choice for those in search of a lightweight and fast gravel e-bike. Its high quality components, versatile design, and affordable price point set it apart from other options on the market. Whether you're commuting to work, heading out on recreational rides, or embarking on a crazy long gravel adventure, the CF Racer1 is well worth a look.